Now, to the untrained eye, this looks like a pretty damn good job right here. Unfortunately, I screwed up on this one, guys. And even worse, I knew I was screwing up, and I still took this project on. This job should be bid at least $1,000 higher than it is. Yep. So what am I gonna do? Stick around, because we're about to figure that out together.
Whew, hello there, buddy.
Yep.
Man alive.
Tip number 1, pre-plan the job.
Well, since I knew this was kind of a losing endeavor from the beginning, I took the time to do a lot of extra planning on this one. You know, this morning we made sure and brought some pallets for moving those plants on. That's not something we do very often. So we brought stuff to help with that. Got some styrofoam to wrap around those columns. And brought that extra dump trailer. That's going to be kind of clutch to get the removal done today. And in all honesty, it's not going to make it just faster. It's actually going to save on labor, because there's not going to be any downtime where the guys are waiting for a trailer to come back. They're going to be loading a trailer while we're gone. So that's actually going to be a big, huge difference today. The plant moving went way better than I thought it would. Some of those pods looked like they were going to disintegrate into a million pieces. But since we pre-planned, thought things through, it really went pretty dang well. We're heading for tanks now with their first load. The boys are having a little pop break, and then they're going to be loading that second trailer. So it's been a good day, huh, bud?
Yes.
Amen. We be trucking.
Tip number 2, be on-site and available.
Well, we're heading up for our second load now. The guys have got a pretty good little jag going on here. We're already at 11 o'clock, 11:15, so we're lucky to get it all out today. We're getting into the concrete now. So the next thing that's going to help us make this profitable is just the fact that I'm here and available. Right there, I just made the decision to cut around that column. And all these decisions that have to be made, if they can be made quickly because I'm on site and available, there's no waiting, there's no hesitating, and there's no inefficiency in making a decision, so more chance of being profitable. All right, stick around. We're gonna be getting to the best stuff pretty soon.
Tip number 3, tell your team.
So another thing I find pretty important is just to let the guys know what's going on, you know. If they know we're under the gun, they're all gonna step it up and keep things moving, you know. If we're all pulling in the same direction, it's gonna be much more likely to be profitable. All right, we're just taking another load out right now. Stick around and we'll talk about another hack before the end of the video. Overheated camera break. So for today's overheated camera break, I'm going to urge you to never underbid a job just to get it. It's not worth it. You want to do a great job, an A1 super high standard job for your customer, and it's hard to do that when you're counting every penny. So check your bids, job cost your work, and make sure you're not coming into a project underbid, especially not to just beat another contractor on the price. You're better off sitting home on the couch watching TV than being out there busting your butt and not making any money.
3 foot.
Pretty good stuff there. We got our last load of the day. We're right down to the wire. The guy's weed whipping over here, so we need to be on our game. It's gonna be tough to make money on this one. Real tough. That's some thick concrete.
That's a thick
And we'll see what we can do. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one to make money on, but we got one more trick we'll tell you about in a little bit here after we dump this one.
Tip number 4, call in your favors.
Well, it was a hot one today, huh, buddy?
Yep.
It's good to be going home. Hit about 103 today, highest I saw. So one more little tip that I'll throw in here is to, you know, maybe check with your suppliers, see if they'll give you a little bit of grace. I should have bid this thing $1,000 higher, and I want to try and get as much of that back as I can. So I'm going to let my supplier know that I totally screwed the pooch on this one. See if they'll shave a few Benjamins off, you know. I'll talk to Rodney and let him know that my brain glitched out a little bit, and maybe I can get him to knock a little time off or something, you know. And usually Kevin at Whitecap is pretty good. If I buy enough bulk of rebar, he'll knock some money off per stick. So I'm going to reach out and get everything I can knocked off of this bill and try and bring myself closer to that $1,000 I'm losing out on. But with everything coming together, I think we're going to do just fine. The guys kicked a lot of butt today, and I'll touch base with you again on another video, but for right now, I'm going to have to sign it off. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with all your friends, and stay solid, my friends. Alright, we'll see you on the next one. Got a bonus tip for you. Be sure you don't cut any corners. It's going to be tempting. You underbid your job by $1,000. You're going to want to cut corners. You're going to want to have less guys there than absolutely necessary. Don't do it. Make sure you stand up to your end of the bargain. Give a top quality product. If you lose $1,000 on it, you lose $1,000 on it. That's your baby now. But if you follow these tips, you won't have to. And you won't have to feel bad about it as long as you deliver a top-notch product. So, say a prayer for Magnus and his growing pains.
They're the deep ones too.
Like, subscribe, share with all your friends. We'll see you on the next one.
Stay solid.
Stay solid, my friends.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna type the ticket right now. Hold on.
Okay.
That way I get the price right.
Yeah, make sure you get it right. I bid this job about $1,000 too cheap, and I also, the guys just sent me a picture. They hit the wall, so that's good. That's always wonderful.
Oh shit.
Boy, that escalated quickly.